there, my name is Kelly Dale with Off the Beaded Path. To all my American friends, I want to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. Whether you're starting out your day with me or ending your day with me, I hope that you have had or are going to have a fabulous day. And I hope that you eat turkey and ham till you are sick of it, because I know I will be. But for those of you who are not in America and it's not Thanksgiving, happy Thursday. But I do also want to give a quick shout out to Sherry Snow. Sherry, happy birthday. She was a Thanksgiving baby, so happy birthday, Sherry. But today, what I want to show you how to make is the Christmas wreath earrings. Last week, I showed you how to make the wreath. People loved that pendant, and I had already started working on these earrings, and people were like, we need earrings, we need earrings. So believe me, I heard ya. So that's why we're going to do the earrings today. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to take that pendant, shrink it down to make it into the earring. For the pendant, if you want to make them the wreath like I'm doing, I'm going to give you my materials list, but now my materials list, I've added a little bit to it, so that way if you drop one, you flick one, the cat gets on your board, whatever, you've got plenty. The first thing you're going to need is 26mm emerald glass rounds. You need 34 4mm emerald glass rounds, 34 4mm Fern green Swarovski Bicones, 34 3mm light Siam Swarovski Bicones, 18 3mm emerald glass rounds, 30 size 11 silver line green seed beads, 66 to 70 11/0 silver line red seed beads, one pair of silver ear hooks, 4 yards of 6-pound crystal fire line, 2 size 12 needles, and if you purchase the kit from our website, which is offthebeadedpathbeadstore.com, you're going to get the printed pattern in the kit also. So that's pretty much what you need, and we're going to start out with a needle on each end of 2 yards of fire line. So you're going to split it, that 4 yards. And that's what we're going to need to start out with the earrings. Just a quick note, if you have not watched my Must Know Monday video from Monday, you may want to, because I teach this cute little peppermint stick earring. They're really quick, really simple, and will make a really good gift for somebody this Christmas season. And again, that's on the Must Know Monday from this past Monday. And be sure and watch this coming Monday, because I've got some awesome little Christmas trees I'm going to be showing you. But get your stuff together, get our mats ready, and we'll get started. Okay, so to get started, I'm going to pick up, I'm using my double needle technique here. Let me get my beads going. Alright. I'm using my 4mm emerald glass rounds and my 6mm emerald glass rounds. And on one needle, I'm going to pick up 2 4s and a 6. On one needle, I'm going to pick up 1 4mm, and I'm going to cross the needles opposite ways through that one bead. And I want to make sure that I get this little circle of beads all the way to the center. Now when I do this, my 6mm are going to be coming on this left hand side. My 4mm are going to be on the right hand side. So with the left hand needle, I'm going to pick up 1 6mm round. The right hand needle picks up 2 4s, and I'm going to cross my needles opposite ways through that second 4mm, so that when you pull it, it gives you another little box. So again, left hand side, just like the wreath pendant, picks up a 6. Right hand side picks up 2 4s, and you're going to cross your needles opposite ways through that second 4mm. I am just making a hot mess with these. There we go. Okay, You're going to continue until you have 7 total 6 millimeters along the outer edge. Once you have your circle of 7, it's going to look kind of like a horseshoe, I would say. But you only have to add one more little set of beads. So what that looks like is on the left-hand wire or thread, we're going to pick up our 6 millimeter. And we're going to go down through the first 4 millimeter we threaded on, which is this one over here. So I'm going to go towards the center with that bead. And I'm going to set that needle down. Now the other needle is going to pick up a 4 millimeter round, just one, and it's coming out right here. And I'm going to take the needle and I'm going to come to that first 4 millimeter and I'm going to go up through that bead so that I'm going towards the outside. So when you pull it, this is what you'll have, a circle of 8 beads. Now you're ready to start the embellishments. So to do the embellishments, let me get my crystals down here. We're going to be picking up the fern green on the left and our light Siams on the right. So on the left, I'll pick up 1 fern green bicone. On the right, I'll pick up 1 light Siam bicone. Then I'll pick up 1 silver lime green, and I'm going to cross the needles opposite ways through that 1 bead. And pull that through. On the left hand needle, I'm going to pick up 1 fern green. Right hand needle, I'm going to pick up 1 light Siam. And I'm going to cross the needles opposite ways through the next round here in the center, or not the center circle, but this next little round here of 4 millimeter rounds. So I'm going to take the needles and cross opposite ways through the next little round bead here. So when you pull it, this is what it'll look like. And we're going to do this all the way around. So again, the left hand needle is going to pick up the fern green. The right hand needle picks up the light Siam. And then you'll pick up 1 silver lime green and you're going to cross your needles opposite ways through the silver lime green. Pick up 1 fern green on the left, 1 light Siam on the right, and you're going to cross your needles opposite ways through the next 4 millimeter round. And this is exactly like we did the embellishments on the pendant. And you're going to continue adding your embellishments around the rest of the circle. Once you've gone all the way around, this is what your piece will look like. You now want to take the thread that is going towards the outside and you will go through one of the 6 millimeters here along the edge right next to where your thread is. Now you can go through the left one or the right one, but just remember whichever one you go through is the one you have to continue to go through as you work. That's your direction. Now you're ready for the 3 millimeter rounds. You're going to pick up 1 3 millimeter round and you're going to go straight through the next 6 millimeter here along the outer edge. And you're going to do this all the way around, picking up the 3 millimeter and going through the next 6 millimeter. Now as you do this, you want to make sure that you don't pull really tight. You basically are only pulling enough so that as you do it, it will just pop into place. If you pull the thread very tightly, what's going to happen is it's going to cup up and it's not going to look well. So you just want to get those in place. And once those are in place, you're going to go around through that outer edge once more to reinforce. Again, don't pull it tight, just pull it enough so that it goes through the beads. Ready to work the inside and add your bow. Here's the thing, for the inside, if you remember on the wreath, we went through and we put a size 11 seed bead between each of the 4mm here in the center circle. So these right here. The only problem is if you put an 11 in between these, it's not going to lay right. It's going to be wavy. You can put a size 15 seed bead in between each of these, but I've found it's just as easy just to go through these beads and not necessarily add anything. It's completely up to you and what you want. I would say that this is a totally optional step, but you do have to do something to the beads. So what I'm going to do to get started is my needle is coming out here towards the inside. I've just left my other thread. I'm not going to use it right now. And again, it doesn't matter if you go through the bead on the left or the right, but whichever way, you've got to continue in that direction. So I'm just going to go through the beads here in the center of the circle. And I'm going to pull them. Okay, let me get my threads undone. There we go. All right. So I'm going to go just going through them. I'm not pulling it really tight or anything like that. I'm just going through the beads and they'll naturally pull together. You're going to go all the way around. And if you see the thread and it bothers you, you'll want to put a little size 15 green. If you can find a silver line green, that'll be great. But it doesn't bother me. Wow, I just drank coffee and my hands are shaking like crazy. That's what caffeine does to me. That's why I don't drink soft drinks. But I knew you guys really wanted to know that. But I'm just going around through the beads. Once you've gone all the way around and you've got those beads done, it's going to look something like this. I'm going to take the needle, and from where I'm coming out, I'm going to go through the 3mm bicone, the size 15 or size silver line green 11 here. Then I'm going to go through the green, the fern green, and then up through the fern green and the silver line green right next to where my thread is exiting. Now when you pull that, it's going to pull those bicones together, and that's fine. This is where your red's going to come in. You're going to pick up 3 of your silver line red, and you're going to take the needle and come right back to the silver line green to the left, and you're going to go down through that bead so that it makes a little bridge. We'll go through the fern green, up through the fern green, the silver line green, and then through 2 of these silver line reds. Pick up 9 of the silver line reds. So 9 of the silver line reds. And when you do this, you're going to go back up through the 3rd silver line red of your little arch of 3 here, and then through that middle silver line red again. So when you put your finger there and you pull, it's going to make the first part of your bow. And we're going to do that again. So 9 of the silver line reds, come back through the first silver line red and that middle silver line red. Put your finger on it and pull, and now this gives you the second part of your bow. Pick up 6 silver line red, And you're going to let those beads fall. Skip the last silver line red, which is that 6th one, and go through, back up through the 5 reds, and then the middle silver line red. So when you pull, that gives you the first little ribbon of your bow, and then you're going to do that one more time. So 6 of the silver line red, you let those drop, skip the 6th one, then go back up through the 5, and then the middle bead one more time. I'm going to put my finger there, pull, so that now when you straighten it up, you have your ribbon on your wreath. You can go ahead and get rid of this thread by tying it off with some half-hitch knots. On the pendant, we actually anchored this, but it doesn't work good anchoring the ribbon on the smaller wreath earrings. It just makes it lay funny. I'm not really sure why, but you'll just go ahead and tie this thread off and leave the other thread. Once you have the thread tied off, then you're ready to finish out the earring. So you want to take and come out opposite your bow. So for me, that's going to be this 3mm right here on top. I'm going to pick up 6 silver line green, and I'm going to come back through this same bead that I'm coming out of to make a circle. I'm going to reinforce this loop several times and then tie the thread off. Once you have the earring complete, you'll then use your pliers to attach the ear hook. And the ear hook will attach to this little loop that you made right here up top. And so that you have your completed earring. When you finish that one, you want to make a second one, or if you know somebody who didn't necessarily like the size of the pendant last week, you can add a ring and make this one into a pendant, however you want to do. But this is the completed wreath earrings. So I hope you guys enjoyed learning how to make the wreath earrings. This will be the last video for just a couple of weeks because I'm working on a new project that's going to take me a couple of weeks to get the pattern written and the video done. It's going to be a necklace. I think you're really going to like it. We do have kits available for the wreath earrings on our website, again, which is offthebeadedpathbeadstore.com, and we have the pattern for sale on the website. And if you didn't get the wreath last week and you want the wreath, we have restocked those kits, and those are on the website also. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Again, happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.